Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
Yes.
She's wearing the RNA Music shirt.
That's right. What you doing?
I don't know. Something wrong with my chair.
You break it.
I got a screw loose, apparently.
Jeez.
RNA Music, your favorite mom and pop guitar shop music lesson studio deep in the heart of Texas, which is where we are.
Yes.
And today it's time for another episode of Ask RNA.
What?
I can't remember which one this is. It's 270 something.
Yeah. 5.
4, 3, 7, 9er. Anyways, it's time to answer some questions. Let's get to it. So excited. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Ask RNA. So excited, I think. I don't know. If you're new here, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Angela.
And we have a music lesson studio and little guitar shop nestled in Canton, Texas.
Oh, nestle.
Small town, East Texas. About an hour east of Dallas.
Yep.
If you want to come for a visit,
Yeah.
drop on in.
You're more than welcome.
We're here most of the time. And we like to answer questions. We've been doing these little FAQ style question things for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Obviously, quite great. If you want to go back and catch all the early ones, there's a
As
playlist.
The RNA questions turn.
Go binge on 270 plus episodes of this thing. Anyways, if you're new, for you old timers who've been with us for a while, welcome back. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead and thumbs up. Because if you're an old timer, you like us. We know you're fun. Just go ahead and hit that thing.
Do it.
If you're new, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified of our videos. You'll probably enjoy us. And if you don't, you can always unsubscribe. Ain't no big deal. No hurt feelings.
Ain't no thing but jingling.
Ain't no thing. And we're going to answer some questions. All right. So excited. Let's get to it. First question. Psycho G.
Yeah.
With the most recent question. Any thoughts on the passing of Eddie Van Halen? Well, today is Saturday, by the way. And so, what was it? Day before yesterday?
It was like 3 days ago.
I think so. Was we broke the news, or the news is broke. We didn't break the news.
Yes.
Of Mr. Eddie Van Halen passing away, succumbing to cancer. Finally, he's been fighting it for years and years.
Years and years.
Finally, you know,
He fought his
long
battle.
and hard, but
Yeah.
you know, he's gone. Thoughts on it? It was kind of crazy. Like I had a brand new student, first student lesson ever. It's an adult, older adult coming in, and we'd only talked to each other on the phone. Had me just sign up for lessons and came in. The first thing he said to me is like, Van Halen died. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? And he's like, yeah, I just saw it just now. And I'm like, we don't even know each other that well, man. Like, we're not even like friends yet. We haven't even started like, I don't even know you really. And the first thing you said to me is Van Halen died. I'm like, and then I looked at my phone, of course, the bitter bass man is like, Van Halen died. I'm like, guys, a little like preamble, a little, hey, Ryan, are you sitting down? You know, hey, I gotta tell you something. Somebody passed away. You might be a little sad about it. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, a little warning would be nice. That would be great.
I wouldn't say someone passed away. I would say, to soften the blow, I would say a celebrity.
A celebrity passed
Because you'd be
away.
like, what, your mom, your dad?
What?
You know?
Yeah.
That would have been a little bit more.
That would have been intense,
You need to, you know, get context on that one. But
Just rip it right off. You know, rip that
I
Band-Aid
signed
off.
on to Facebook, and it was just like, you know, his face was just everywhere. Actually,
Strongest
Pete's
Avenger.
post, Pete Rose, his post was the first post I saw. He was like, what? You know? And I was just like, no, what? No. It's one of those celebrity didn't really die things.
Yeah. Like they keep saying Chuck Norris has died, but we know.
Or,
Chuck
you know,
hasn't.
or when Kobe died, it was like, no, what? No,
What are you
that's
talking
not
about?
right. That's not right.
So it was kind of
So,
shocking.
It was
And,
very shocking. But,
I mean-
you know, we knew that he wasn't doing well, and so,
Yeah, cancer is a SOB.
yeah.
You know,
and
you got
it's
people who
fickle.
kind of beat it, and then they're like,
Yeah.
oh man, we have a friend. We have a friend who just passed away a month ago.
Oh, yeah, a month ago. And it hit her
And just-
hard. Like,
yeah.
within months. Found out
A few months later, she's
in a few
gone.
months, gone. And one of our students' grandfather was the same way.
So it's a real son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
But I was you know shocked initially, and then my very like second reaction was like, man, I feel bad for Wolf.
yeah.
Like, I followed
my
his son,
first thought was
Wolfgang.
Valerie and Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. Because I follow him on Instagram. I find him to be incredibly entertaining. And just the way he deals with being Eddie Van Halen's son and like growing up in that thing. And like some people like him and some people hate him because of who he is and the way he responds to haters. And like, I think he's great. I like him a lot. And so for months and months, maybe even a year, I've been following Wolfgang, like all of his posts. I'm like, man, I like this guy. And so my first thought was like, man, he's gonna be crushed. Obviously, as much as, you know, people who are fans, and I would classify myself as like a casual Van Halen fan. I mean, I got the shirt. I went to the concert 2015. I saw them in concert.
Yeah.
You know, we got this Van Halen painting over here. Angela did.
It was one of the first ones we hung up in R&A Music.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was like, you know what would be sweet, honeys, if you could paint like paintings of like famous guitar finishes. We got like a Zach Bullseye painting over there. We'd originally even thought about doing like a whole wall.
Like the whole front wall that we are facing right now was going to be the Van Halen stripes.
You know, the stripy red,
and
black,
then this
white.
back wall over here.
It's going to be a big bullseye.
It's going to be the big bullseye, which we should still do.
We should do that.
Awesome. That would be really cool.
It's kind of fun. And we have like little, you know, like our light switch cover or plug covers back here.
Behind us is the Van Halen.
Are all the, you know, the stripy red, white, you know. So it's funny because we have that stuff. You think, oh my God, you love Van Halen. I'm like, oh, yeah, I mean, he's great. They're great. Yeah. But I'm not like I have friends who are just obsessed. Yeah. Like mega fans. I consider myself a casual Van Halen fan.
Right.
I have friends who are supreme Van Halen fans, you know.
Yeah.
So, but even if you're the most supreme Van Halen fan, you play guitar because of him, and you own all of his guitars and amps and the t-shirts and the work shirts that says Ed and the haircut and everything you do is like Ed. I have a friend like that. There's no way you're going to miss him as much as his son is going to miss him.
Right.
You know, there's just, you're going to miss him a lot, but I guarantee you it won't be as much. It won't be as much as his son does. So
yeah, it's just it's just really heartbreaking. It's pretty tragic. And as a musician, you know, obviously he had a humongous impact on rock guitar specifically. Yeah. I mean, y'all know me, the ones who are seasoned R&Ers. Y'all know that I was not raised on rock. You know, most contemporary music, I was raised on gospel, Christian, R&B, Motown.
Yeah. So,
but even as someone out on the outskirts of kind of seeing the rock world from a very far sheltered distance, I knew who Eddie Van Halen was. That's you can kind of tell by the impact whenever you ask somebody who that is not their wheelhouse, that is not how they were raised. I honestly probably can name like 2 or 3 of the songs, but I know exactly who Eddie Van Halen. I remember when he married Valerie. Like I remember their wedding. I could actually see the image of the tabloid picture of them inside the limousine.
Because he didn't like
remember
Valerie
that picture?
Bertinelli.
Do you remember? It was almost like a soap opera of her because it was Valerie Bertinelli. You know, she's one day at a time. It was like she was like America's sweetheart at the time, and she married this bad boy rocker, which he really wasn't. You know, compared to most out there. I mean, compared to most out there. Right.
Yeah, there were badder
they're a whole
boys.
lot worse, and you know when you look back in retrospect. But I can still picture like her big old fluffy white dress and stuff, and them looking out the window of their limo, and so even in that small, like me being at the very back end of understanding his impact, I was impacted. Yeah. So it's sad.
Crazy story. In college, the college where we met. Of course, I was in the band. She was in the drill team. All that sort of stuff. One show that we did, one of the marching band shows we did in college, our percussion feature was jump.
Yeah.
Like we played jump. Like we had the guys on the sideline on the vibes, and remember, and so we did this whole drumline thing. Yeah. It was jump. It was an arrangement of jump.
Yeah.
Drumline stuff, and it was like. I mean, everybody's like, yeah! I was like...
They were like, that's
you know that was their only #1 hit? They only had one #1 hit.
Really?
It was Jump.
Never knew that.
I didn't know that either. Somebody told me that. I was like, really? I thought they had a bunch. Because I remember them having a lot of singles.
Yeah.
But Jump was the only one that actually went to #1. Stayed there for like...
Ever.
A long time.
Because I knew that. That was one of the only songs that I've known.
It was like marching band were doing drum
Oh my
features
gosh.
to Van Halen.
But it had like that perfect like anthem type sound to it, and that's what back then a lot of songs that were very popular had that feel. So I can see that.
And I'm glad I can say I got to see them live.
Yeah.
It was one of those things like I almost didn't go because it was like in the middle of the week, which is a Wednesday is a weird day to have a big rock show in Dallas, Texas. I'm like,
not for old people.
Why y'all playing on a Wednesday? Friday night would be great. Saturday night
because bingo's on Thursday.
Wednesday
and
night
is on Friday night.
I gotta get up and go to work on Thursday morning. I can't be staying out till 1 a.m.
Strongest event.
Licking the microphone like David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth was licking the microphone.
Yeah, he was.
I was kind of sad. I like Sammy Hagar. I would have. It was neat to see Dave, I guess, but
yeah.
My friend Charlie, who has since passed away, but Charlie was a mega Van Halen fan, and he was like, he'd seen him several times. He was like, "Oh man, Dave's having a good night. This is good, Dave." Because he's seen him like in Kansas, and it was like, "This is not good, Dave." Dave had a bad night in Kansas, but in Dallas, he put on a good show.
Oh, Dave.
Whatever, anyways, so.
That's funny.
Very sad, of course.
Yeah, we were just having this conversation about him going to that, and I was like, I remember him having that conversation of saying, "Hey,
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I want to. Yeah, of course, I'd love to see him.
But
But
load of kids tomorrow. Yeah, da da da.
Late work
and
day.
I remember telling him, I was like, listen, you got to go to these concerts because you never know how long these guys are going to be around.
Yeah, they're not getting any younger.
Right. And or whenever they want to be in a band together to do what they're doing, So I remember having that conversation, and the fact that this has happened, 5 years later.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Pretty crazy. What's even crazier is it seems like I just read a few minutes ago, like everything Van Halen is sold out. Mm-hmm. Like Sweetwater, Guitar Center, like all these places you could buy his guitars or amps, everything's sold out.
Yeah. And
like back ordered till like next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy smokes. And all of his old like 5150 PV amps are like going for crazy, like $2,000, $3,000. When like a couple of months ago you could buy one for $500.
Right.
So I'm probably going to hold on to I have an EVH half stack. I'm like, I think I'm going to hold on to that.
Yep.
Probably for a while. It had been for sale.
Yep.
At Arnie Music, and they're like,
now
it's not for sale. I mean, if somebody wants to give me $5,000 for it, I would probably.
I don't know about that.
I would consider it $10,000, and I would maybe let go of it. But I think I'm going to keep it. I actually used it on a recording.
Because what if somebody asks you, and then you'll be sad because it'll be the only thing you have that has the EVH on it.
Coming up, the next one of these questions, my very first guest solo on someone else's record, I recorded it on the EVH. There was I was like, I'm going to use this because I had just gotten it. I'm like, this is what I'm going to use for this guest solo on a friend's record.
Very cool.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for the question, Psycho. Yes. Okay, next question. That was like 13 minutes just for Eddie. But I feel like he deserves it.
That's okay.
I feel like
of course he does.
He's worthy of even more time.
And everybody understands.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. LD. Hashtag Oreo 2020.
What's up?
Says, can we get more of Angela's reactions to singers? I really enjoyed that smiley laughy face. Can we get more Angela reacting to singers?
Oh,
Do you think that's going to happen in the future?
Sure. I have no problem.
Sure, why not?
I have no problem saying how... Because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you. Don't ask me if you don't want to know.
Well, all those other people didn't want to know.
Apparently.
Psycho G wanted to know.
I don't care.
Everyone else was...
Strongest Avenger.
They didn't really
care about what I had
They
to
probably
say.
wanted to know until they heard what you said. And then they no longer wanted to know.
Yeah, which is fine. It's fine because it's opinions and that's all it is. Opinions come and opinions change and go and they have ebbs and flows and all that kind of stuff. So, who cares? But yes, if you want me to, I will. But don't get upset if I don't agree with you because that's not how the world works sometimes, That's just how it is.
Or if you do get upset, all right.
I mean, you can. It's a free country. I mean, my gosh.
America's free.
But,
Other countries aren't free.
Free Texas country.
Texas is free.
But that's just how it is sometimes. And for the most part, I have to say that I like almost everything. I don't, because I can appreciate.
There's very few things you dislike.
Very few things I dislike. But it's just, because I can appreciate the craftsmanship, the artistry behind it and the time that it takes. because I know how much time it takes for us to do what we do. And and anything else that I do personally. So I get that and I appreciate that. But yes.
But if you don't like something, you don't like something.
If I don't like it, I don't like it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's like Brussels sprouts. You know?
I hate Brussels sprouts.
I actually do if they're seasoned right and cooked right. I actually do like.
I don't even like them then.
No,
they are the worst
you're
vegetable in the universe of all existence.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I mean,
how dare you? Do you know how many vitamins and
man,
minerals?
You know how good they are for you if you would just give them a chance.
I'm going to send you an entire Wikipedia page of how great Brussels sprouts are.
My mother raised Brussels sprouts.
We are Brussels sprout farmers. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? You've stolen my childhood. Thanks for the question, LD. Next question, Tim Worley.
Oh, gosh.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Tim was just here a couple
Yes.
weeks ago. New Oreo, take my money. I will happily take your money.
Yes.
I may not give it to the rest of the guys in Oreo, but I will take your money.
Yes.
Question, if you, Ryan and Angela, were going to record a cover song together, what would it be? Hashtag Oreo 2020, hashtag how's your album coming?
Oh, Lord.
Hashtag jalapeno overdrive,
What's
hashtag
up?
shameless self-promotion.
That's right. I actually wore a jalapeno overdrive pin.
You did,
Yes,
on your blue jean jacket.
On my blue jean jacket at the performance today down at our autumn festival in town. So that was representing my friends.
So Tim, Tim is the one who put out an album, Uncle Book and the Jalapeno Overdrive.
That's right.
And had a guest. We had a couple of guest appearances on that album. I played drums on a track. Angela's hanging on the track. I had a guest guitar solo on like a blues jam track where there was a lot of guests. I wasn't the only soloist.
Yeah.
I had one.
I
was one of the guest soloists. And I used
compilation.
the 5150. So, if we were going to record a cover song together, what would it be?
Oh gosh, a cover song. What were we talking about earlier? Remember?
Led Zeppelin.
Because some Led Zeppelin. We got a record player. For those of you who follow us on Instagram, saw a clip of that
Yesterday.
We
bought a record player.
And yesterday. And in our adult life, we've never owned a record player. I haven't had one in my possession or around me since I was probably like 15, 16. Because we had that giant, the big cabinet stereo that had like all the tape decks and all the stuff and the stereo and all that
5,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that you had to roll from room to room and stuff. So I haven't had one in my possession since I was 15, 16.
It's been since I was like 10 that we had. So like 34 years ago was the last time I was in a house with a record player.
We held on to that record player forever. So we got one, and we were playing through a few records. We were just like, let's just get all these records.
We bought the record player and 6 records.
And 6 records.
6 albums.
6 albums. And while we were sitting there, we're like, oh man, we should totally do a cover of this. That would be so much fun. Yeah. And it was Led Zeppelin. I don't remember which song it was.
I don't remember.
It was the first track on side A.
Oh, been a long time since rock and roll.
Yeah. Been a long time, been a long time, been a lonely time. Yeah.
We get demonetized just for singing that.
Ooh, yeah.
Led Zeppelin does not like it when you play their music.
Come on, Led.
Get the lead out, Led. Let people get the lead out.
Yes.
Led Zeppelin.
By now, you should understand how much you've affected the lives of those.
Strongest Avenger.
They let Chris Hemsworth play some Led Zeppelin. They paid them.
Yeah, they did.
They
they
Marvel paid a buttload of money to have a
Led
Zeppelin song.
They were like, yes, we will take your millions.
Yes, you can use our song for $1 million. Thank you. And Marvel's like,
yes. Let it rain, because
we're just gonna be like we're just gonna charge the audience for that. We'll get the money somehow.
Yes.
So yeah. Something Led Zeppelin, probably rock and roll. That was the most recent one we literally talked about this morning.
Yes, and then it was an Elvis song.
And then an Elvis song, yeah.
Yeah.
We played Elvis.
Little Milk Conversation.
Yeah. When we do a little acoustic shows at the farmer's market in Canton, Texas.
Yes.
We actually play, what's the one? That's All Right.
That's All Right.
That's All Right, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
We play that when we actually have played Stairway to Heaven.
Yes.
Acoustic, just acoustic guitar and vocals.
I like singing That's All Right. That's fun.
It is fun. I like it too. I'm like, I like this. It's easy. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a good...
It's The Other The King.
Yes.
The Other The King.
Yes.
They often refer to Eddie Van Halen as the King. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I think Elvis is the King.
You know.
Other Mr. King. But there's
Yes.
several kings. You can have more than one
You
king.
have many kingdoms.
There's lots of kings.
Lots of them.
There's the King of Pop.
Yeah,
There's
of course.
the king of rock
he
and roll.
has not been dethroned. Let's just put that clear. Justin Bieber, stop saying that you are.
Yeah.
Don't let your fans say you are. You ain't.
We bought Thriller. Thriller was one of the albums we bought last night. Number
Yeah.
one selling record of all
time.
time and space in this universe, no matter how much
Other people.
other
like to
people.
say. Theirs were. You cannot be Michael Jackson. Mr. Jackson if you're nasty.
Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then our oldest Nicholas came in and was like, "What'd y'all do?
What is this?
What is this?
It's a
record player."
son.
And he got to listen to some Michael Jackson. He was like, "Oh my gosh!" He goes,
What?
"Actually, it was really good." And he turned down the tone, like the pitch knob. He turned it down like really
The
low.
speed, yeah.
Well, not yeah. And he was like, and it made Michael Jackson's voice go, Thriller night, like you're right. And so Nichols was like, it actually sounds really good like
I like
this.
it better like this. The detuned Thriller.
It was great. Anyways,
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Something Led Zeppelin. Next question, Ed Pack. Thanks for another show. I was wondering if your Gibsons still have the vanilla smell. I recently bought my first Les Paul Studio, and it most definitely has a pleasing smell to it. It doesn't bother me, but guitars I finished with nitro don't smell like vanilla.
Yeah.
Was bucket list purchase, been one on one since I'm 16, now 53. Just wondering if the smell ever goes away. Cheers, Ed from Van.
Texas?
Are you Van? I think he is.
Sweet.
I feel like he's commented. He's like, I'm just down the road from you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
I feel like that. I feel like he's in Van, Texas.
Yeah, I remember Ed Pack, but I don't know. I guess I was.
Van is not that far.
No.
Literally right down the road. Great question, Ed.
You got any get mine?
I got the snifflies. Like we had the something blew in this month.
Aren't these pretty? Let me see.
You smell it?
Yeah, it's almost like a tobacco-y smell to it. Like
There might be tobacco on that one though.
Like a good cigar.
There's definitely a smell
You know, like
to
a really nice, those really good cigars.
nitrocellulose guitars definitely do have. There is an odor
Pop
to it.
myself in the mouth.
Yeah, there's. I don't think it ever goes away. It
No,
diminishes.
I wouldn't think it does.
On a brand new one, it's quite a bit stronger. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I can smell it more up here than I can back this way because I guess
Yeah.
this is where it's rubbed up against people,
Yeah.
and up at the top towards the pickups, I can actually smell it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things sometimes because I don't play my Explorer all the time. That when I get it out of the case, I'm like,
Sniff your guitar. Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely
It smells good.
there's definitely a smell to the.
It's very like reminiscent smell.
It smells like magic. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, polyurethane finishes don't really have that smell to it. So, nah, it probably doesn't ever go away because unless you strip the finish off.
Right.
Congratulations on your Gibson.
Yes.
Glad you finally got one. Nothing wrong with bucket list guitars.
That's right.
All
I
right.
know that.
Thanks, Ed. Next question, Bubba Fang. We're running out of time. We got to crank this up. It's my
Yes.
fault. Hashtag Oreo 2020 question. Cases. Good soft case or hard shell case to store guitars. I like mine out because they're so pretty. LOL. My favorite guitars is the 70s Gibson Les Paul Custom, preferably in silver burst. Hashtag KTMA. Take care. God bless. Have a good week. I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't know if they had silver bursts in the 70s. I have to go Google that. I definitely had silver burst Les Pauls in the 80s. I
Yeah.
remember if there were 70 ones.
I don't know.
If you're going to like long-term storage, I would say hard shell case. Definitely.
Invest.
Yeah. Now for like day-to-day use, I use gig bags
Yeah.
and like,
It's
I mean,
easier for us.
yeah, I think a gig bag in general is a better choice if you're like Texas trucks and motorcycles. If you're carrying in, like you're going to a gig, you're going to a rehearsal, and you got to carry your guitar, maybe carry your amp, carry your pedal board, carry some music, carry whatever, The gig bag is great because you can strap it on your back and you can still carry your amp in one hand and other stuff in the other hand.
Right.
Where the case is more bulky. Now, you got to spend some money, I feel like, to get, if it's a valuable guitar, get a good soft shell case.
Yes.
Gig bag. You can get some nice ones that are great at protecting stuff.
Right.
But if it's for a long, like you're going to shove it in a closet for 10 years.
Right.
Or a year or whatever, it's just
sitting.
For storage, yeah, hard shell. I mean, I have hard shell cases for almost all of my guitars. Not all of them, but quite a few. But I use gig bags more often if I'm actually just carrying them around. So that's what I think.
I agree, 100%.
What do you guys think? Gig bag or soft shell case or hard shell case for long-term storage?
Yes, and what are your experiences if you've used either or?
Oh, we're having steak tonight. You know that's right. We deserve it. All right. I'm back. Sorry, my face is running off my face. Kabeoth with the next question. Hashtag Oreo 2020. It was my birthday yesterday.
Yay! Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. We had a student whose birthday was today.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Well, that was the other day. Anyways. I've discovered I want a double neck guitar. Trouble is, I want the 12-string neck to sound acoustic using magnetic pickups. I've looked and no Tune-O-Matic bridges have 12-string piezo saddles. That leaves magnetic pickups with outstanding acoustic mimicry. Am I not finding the correct piezo bridge? Are there acoustic sounding magnetic pickups? JBE maybe. That's a really good question. I don't know because I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have any guitars. I don't have a guitar that has a piezo bridge.
You don't have any 12-string guitars either.
Piezo, whatever you want to say. No, I don't have a 12-string. I think ideally though, like all the big bands, artists that will use, like John Petrucci has a guitar with piezo bridge in it. Opeth, or another one that I've kind of into this Opeth kick lately. They play PRS guitars, and live they do have the piezo bridge magnetic pickup, so that because they have a lot of songs that it goes acoustic right in the middle of the song for like a long period of time, or the intro is acoustic guitar, and so that's how they recreate that live, and it's very convincing.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. I would need to probably go look at that. The PRS system. Now their bridges, I think, are a little bit different. If you're, well, I guess it depends on what 12-string you're looking at, but they definitely have systems to do that. You may have to do some modification to it, but that's a little bit outside. I've never really looked at that for myself because I'm like, I don't like 12 strings.
Right.
I'm just going to go on record. Nothing wrong with them. If you like 12 strings, get you a 12 string.
Right.
I don't love them.
Right.
But I'm not sure. If anybody else has a suggestion for Kabeoth, what he should maybe try, go that route. I have seen some fairly convincing pedals. Like Boss used to have an acoustic pedal that was pretty good, honestly.
Right.
You step on it and it turns your signal. It simulates an acoustic guitar.
Right.
And I thought it was actually not bad. That may not be what you want to do. But I think you've got to find a piezo bridge somehow. And I think that's what you've got to do.
Right.
To get it to sound as good as you can. That's what you're going to have to do. In my opinion, could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Thanks for the question, man. Y'all help a brother out. Give him some options for that. Next question. Just fun guitar.
Hey.
Not an animal question.
What?
I feel
Are you okay?
I feel strange.
I know.
Inside. He says, hashtag Oreo 2020, hashtag KTMA. What is the best day of the year for 2020? Question to both of you. The best day of 2020. Initially, I was going to say December 31st.
Yeah.
Which is the last day of 2020.
Yeah.
That was my initial reaction. Angela's like, we don't know that. It could be
the worst day.
It could literally
ever.
be the worst day of all time.
Yes.
So I was like, you're right. So let me think about that again. And
I would say January 1st. Because we were all hopeful. We all thought that
January 1st of 2020.
Our biggest trouble was impeachment.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot on our minds other than resolutions.
Yeah.
And
it was a day off work,
and leftover Christmas candy.
Yeah.
So I would say January 1st was the best day so far of 2020
for Angela.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
After deciding that December 31st, 2020 was not probably a good idea, my second thought was today.
Yes.
That's why, well, today.
Because it's going to be all philosophical.
Because I woke up this morning. Because I actually was alive this morning when I woke up on Rocktober 10th.
Rocktober 10th. Sorry.
Rocktober 10th, 2020. So far this year has been the best day of 2020 because I'm still here.
That's right.
I was like,
yeah.
January
1st.
Can't get much better than being still here today.
It's a tie.
Yeah. It's really a tie, you know.
Yes, because you did.
I woke up on the 1st as well.
Woke up this morning.
But so far this year, today is the best day because I'm still here. That's my thoughts. What was you guys and girls? You guys' and girls' best day of 2020 so far up to this point? Let us know, and let's hopefully not come back on December 31st with something crazy. Oh, Lord, I hope not. Here's the question, man. Next question. The next two questions, final two questions, are from Fat Philosopher, F-A-T-T, not P-H-A-T, F-A-T-T.
That baby fat.
Ryan, what is the key to winning the heart of a Texas woman? I date one once, and it ended up going nowhere. Hashtag Oreo 2020. All right. I'm so excited that you asked this question. What is the key to winning the heart of a Texas woman? Number 1, tacos and barbecue. If you bought her tacos and bought her barbecue, you've got her. If it didn't go anywhere, you did not buy her enough tacos or enough barbecue. So that's the only thing that could have possibly gone wrong is not buying her enough tacos and barbecue.
Quality.
Nothing to do with her being a psycho hose beast or anything like that. It was strictly...
It's music that soothes the savage beast.
Tacos. Barbecue.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yeah. There you go.
Does that sound right?
Yes.
Is that how I did it?
Get in my belly. Yes. All day long.
That was and, possible.
Yes, a possible answer to that. And
you want my real answer?
What is your real answer?
Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I'm actually curious to know. Go for it.
I'm kind of afraid to say it now.
No, go for it.
We haven't discussed this other than...
No, this is all new to me.
Well, no, she told me tacos and barbecue earlier.
Yes, I did.
I was like, hey, somebody asked how do you win? And you immediately said tacos and barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's really her answer. My real answer is honesty. Be honest. Not that I'm saying that you didn't. I'm not saying that you... We'll get to that in just a second. I'm not calling you a liar.
Yes.
All I'm saying is...
For him.
Yeah, for me.
Yes.
It was, just be honest.
Yeah. 100%.
Never lie. Don't lie. Don't cheat.
We can smell a liar.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and don't be a jerk face.
Yeah.
General. I would say that. But really, who knows? Because there are Texas women who are amazing women. There are Texas women who are not so great.
Yeah.
And that's just people in general.
That's just everywhere. Yeah.
Not every Texas woman is super amazing.
Yeah.
One is. I know one.
Boop, boop. And modest.
Humble.
I'm so humble. So humble.
Stars at night.
Strongest Avenger.
I think that for the most part, Texas women are very, for the most part.
Okay. Generalizing.
I'm generalizing. Because I've met a lot of Texas women. Now, there are Texas women who have been...
You've met more than I have.
...transferred here from other states, and that could be misleading. So you have to think, she been born and bred in Texas.
Born and
hasn't
raised.
necessarily left Texas outside of her raring years. Okay, because that's a big
she was born in Texas and moved to Chicago when she was 2 and didn't come back to Texas till she was 20.
She's not really Texas.
I mean, technically she was born here,
but that's a lot of northern influence. So you have to take that into consideration, because if that is the case, she's very strong-minded, strong opinionated, and she knows herself. We just do. she might have everybody hang up type things like everybody else does, but for the most part, she knows herself. So you have to give her that. You have to be able to understand that and be gentle with that, and you know, be honest about that.
What do women want from a guy?
What do women want? What Ryan said, honesty. Just honesty, faithfulness, and just, I think those are the top two, just right there. Just true, genuine.
Because if you ain't got that, nothing else matters.
Nothing after that doesn't matter. Because if you ain't honest, then you're a liar. Well, it doesn't matter if you're good looking or you have a good job if you're a liar.
You're a good looking, wealthy liar.
Right.
And that ain't going to last.
And, you know, there's just those little things. And Texas women are very strong about that. We're very strong opinionated about that kind of stuff. So,
yes.
That's how I would say. And feed us tacos.
And tacos and barbecue.
We love tacos.
Honesty, faithfulness, tacos, barbecue.
There you go. I'm going to put that on a shirt. That's the next RNA shirt for girls.
Yeah. There you go. Final question, Fat Philosopher. Thank you for that question. What is your opinion about the Van Halen mod? One humbucker, no tone knob. So that's kind of a thing that in his early days. Mm-hmm. One pickup, one volume. Basically, one pickup, one volume, no tone. Mm-hmm. That's not for me.
Right.
I get why, you know, he liked that, and that's popular. He had a
specific sound he was going for.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of sound out of a single pickup and a volume. I mean, because obviously, a lot of it's in your fingers, you know, and your touch and the amount of volume, and there's a lot of tone in those things. And, you know, that's great. Those types of guitars have never really appealed to me, but I'm no Van Halen, so, you know, there's that to be considered, honestly. Mm-hmm. I like neck pickups on guitars. Mm-hmm. I don't usually mess with the tone knob very much. Almost never do I fiddle with the tone knob. Mm-hmm. For me, it's more important. I have a volume and two pickups. When I want different sounds, I switch pickups.
Yeah.
I don't fiddle so much with the tone stuff. So I could have a guitar without a tone knob, and that would not bother me, but I do like two pickup guitars. Yeah. It's my preference. You know. So nothing wrong with it. If that's what you love. Obviously worked pretty well for Eddie.
We're being like extra sensitive right now. It's
okay
for you.
Know. Yeah,
it's not. It's just not that y'all are asking about that. We're just playing with y'all.
I saw a post earlier on Facebook. I think it was in the Schecter's group. Somebody was talking about Eddie and like he invented this and all this, and I'm like, I think you're wrong. But I was like, I don't know, whatever, you know. But who knows? But you know, fans of anything can be. You got some fans who are like, whatever.
Scary.
And then there's some fans who are like, super intense. How dare you? How dare you?
Your voice goes to another dimension. Another dimension.
Yeah. All right. So it's not for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, if somebody gave me one, I would like, yeah, I'll take it. But you know, it's not my personal choice.
You ain't gonna stop.
I ain't gonna stop. If someone wants to give me a Van Halen guitar with a single pickup and a single, you know, single volume, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But not my preferred thing.
Yes.
What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like a single pickup, single volume style guitar?
It's up to you.
Let us know down
Between
below
you and Jesus.
In the comments. And King Edward.
I like it because that's my business.
That's it. That's the final question. Thank you guys so much. If you have a question for next week, please leave it down below in the comment section. We'll try to get to as many as we can, although we are still trying to not have 10 million hour videos.
We're tired.
Because it's, and this week has been crazy, and now it's Saturday, and I got to try to edit this and upload it to there. Anyways, ask a question next week. If you watch this whole video from beginning to end,
you rock.
You are a legend.
R-O-C-K in the U.S.
R-O-C-K. You don't just watch one little snippet and get more angry. Mm-hmm. You watch the whole video.
Yes.
You're in a special class.
You are.
A viewer.
Apparently.
Yes. So, if you watch the whole thing, secret hashtag of the day is hashtag King Ed.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
King Ed. If you watched the whole video today, please leave that and we will know that you watched the whole video from beginning to end, saw our responses to all the questions, and, you know, our little tribute to Van Halen. So thank you guys so much. And we will see y'all in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So they can learn about Van Halen. Not that anybody's going to miss out any time.
You really
Soon.
need to educate
Ever.
the next generation.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna know. All right, thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all in the next video. Be safe. Have a great weekend, or week, or whatever. Have a great 2020. The rest of it, hopefully. Who knows? We'll see you next time.
Flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys. Bye, guys.
Bye.
And now we're having steak.
Steak time.
Because we deserve it.
And steak. That was another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Texas women like steak?
Steak. Yeah, steakest women like Texas.
Texas
Texas
women.
women like steak.
You're a big fan of the Texas. What kind of steak do you want? A big one?
A big one, yes.
Doesn't matter as long as it's a big one.
Yeah, all their steaks are good.
Yeah, Easley Steakhouse, Canton, Texas.
Yes, that's right.
If you come to Canton, Texas, go to Easley Steakhouse. It's affordable and freaking amazing.
Yes, mom and pop, local owned.
Yeah.
Local cows.
Yeah, Texas cows have
Texas
the best
cows.
steaks.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There you go. Moo.